Hello students, as a continuation of the previous class we saw regarding protozoa, parasitic infections and what are the classifications, terminology and about that ectoparasitic infections. We had some. In today's class we are going to see regarding protozoan parasites of humans or how the protozoan parasites infecting humans. We are going to see regarding this concept in this class. So over this, the first one, we are going to see in the form of causes, mode of transmission, incubation period, life cycle, symptoms and treatment. So I repeat, causes, mode of transmission, incubation period, life cycle, symptoms and treatment. Over this concept, we are going to see regarding this. So some of the major parasitic protozoan of humans are amoeba. Example you can take Entamoeba histolytica. Entamoeba histolytica, what it causes? It causes amoebic dysentery, can cause liver abscesses. So mainly these are acting on these factors, amoebic dysentery or liver abscesses. This will be formed. Amoebic dysentery and liver abscesses. Then intestinal and genital flagellates, intestinal and genital flagellates. So over this intestinal and genital flagellates, if you are seeing, causes diarrhea, one of the most common parasites in North America. Then Trichomonas vaginalis causes inflammation of reproductive organ, very common. Then hemoflagellates, 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 they are mainly responsible for the, they are mainly responsible for the hemoflagellate, that is Leishmania dovani causes varicella or hepatosplenomegaly. Then Leishmania mexicana, then Leishmania major and Trypanosoma brucei, then Trypanosoma brucei. These are more common one, which is not present in our side, which is commonly present in African and South American side. Only one we can able to see here, Leishmania dovanius and Leishmania major, that is Kala-Azar and ulcer. These are more commonly we can able to see here. Okay, then Plasmodium falciparum, that is major cause of human malaria. This is another one main issue, Plasmodium falciparum. The next, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium ovale and Plasmodium malaria also causes human malaria. So one of the most common or most important topic is over this protozoal infection is the malaria. Then Toxoplasma gonodi causes muscle pain. Then Pneumocystis canis causes interstitial cell pneumonia. Then Cryptosporidium brevium, which intracellular parasites of intestinal cells that causes diarrhea. So in this parasitic, in this protozoan parasitic infection, if you are saying more commonly dysentery or diarrhea, one. Second one, that means it affects the GI system. Second one, this will causes the ulcers once again to the GI system. Third one, this will causes malaria, and fourth one, this will causes pneumonia. These are the more four common diseases which is produced by parasites, protozoan parasites. The protozoan parasites of human, Entamoeba histolytica. Entamoeba histolytica causes amoebic dysentery. About 50 million people worldwide are affected, carried asymptomatically in the digestive tract of humans. No animal reservoir exists for this one. Okay, so that is asymptomatic. Causes, infection occurs most often by drinking water contaminated with feces containing cysts, can be transmitted through contaminated food. Mode of transmission are ingestion of fecally contaminated water and food. That is raw vegetable. By fecally contaminated hands of food handlers. Then incubation period are variable from a few days to several months, usually 2 to 4 weeks. Symptoms are abdominal pain, then diarrhea, fatigue, fever, vomiting, bloody stool, and weight loss. The treatment are susceptible to metronidazole, then tinidazole, then orindazoles, then deloxanide, furates, then chloroquine and tetracycline. high broad spectrum of antibiotic and anti-malarial drugs are given. Then Giardia intestinalis found in intestinal tract of animals and in environment. Causative agent of Giardiasis common gastrointestinal disease in the world. So range from asymptomatic infection to gastrointestinal disease. The parasite multiply in the small intestine. So this is the life cycle where the life cycle is taking place in the small intestine. Symptoms are diarrhea, abdominal cramps, vomiting, fever. Prevention is use of filtered water. Particularly this will transfer via the water. Giardia's intestinalis. This will settle down in the intestine. Transmissions are Giardia infection can occur through ingestion of dormant microbial cyst in contaminated water, food, or by fecal oral route. Incubation period is 1 to 3 weeks after the exposure to the parasite. The treatment of human infection is conventionally treated with broad spectrum antibiotics. Then protozoan parasites of human, particularly we are coming for our main topic, that is malaria. Plasmodium. The causative agents of malaria are around 216 million cases of worldwide, 1.2 million deaths. Then 4 species causes malaria, that is Plasmodium falciparum, then Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium ovale, and Plasmodium malariae. These are the 4 malarial causative parasites. So Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium ovale, and Plasmodium malaria. Malaria is endemic throughout the tropic and subtropic. So mosquitoes, anopheles, are vector for Plasmodium. With the help of the mosquito, they usually use to translate. The Plasmodium life cycle has 3 prominent stages. The Plasmodium life cycle has 3 prominent stages. The life cycle of Plasmodium. If you are coming for starting with the sporodiozotes, where it has been released and it has been carried by the sporozoites injected into host during blood meal. The next, sporozoites invade liver cells. So once it has been entered, example, mosquito has bitten us, then once it has been entered, okay, so where the sporozoites invade liver cells and undergo synchrony. The next, liver cell ruptures and release numbers of merozoites into blood. So that merozoites are their multiplication inside the cell, changing their cell wall to favorable for them. So over that, the merozoites are particularly they are going to erythrocytic cycle. Erythrocytic cycle, the merozoites that will go for free merozoite penetrates erythrocytes. Once they penetrates the erythrocyte, what will happen? They will change to trophocytes. From merocytes, they will change to trophocytes once interfering with the cycle of erythrocytes. From the trophocytes, they undergo synchrony to produce merocytes, which are released once again excess number. Okay, some merocytes develops into gametocytes within erythrocytes. So once gametocytes of the cells in the blood cells that will use to circulated more commonly. So mosquito ingest granulocytes during blood meal. So once again mosquito bite the person, and from that person the granulocyte becomes gametes that fuse to form zygote. So zygote differentiated into ookinete, which becomes a oocyst in gut wall. Then from the oocytes forms sporozoites rupture and sporozoites migrate to salivary glands and mosquito. So once the mosquito occupies this one, directly this will causes to once again the cycle of sporozoites. It's a simple concept. The first cycle is from the mosquito, how it is entering into the mosquito. So from there, the mosquito oocytes. Okay, so we are going for sporozoites. First one, sporozoites. From the sporozoites, they undergoes for a synchrony in the liver that will change into merozoites. From the merozoites, it will interfere with the erythrocytic cycle. So merozoite will convert into trophozoites. From the trophozoite, once again, excess amount of merozoites will be forming or released from the erythrocytes. So these merozoites undergo the process of gametocytes, that gametocytes which is capable of carrying in the blood cells. So once that is carried in the blood cell, this is a complete one cycle. Then after that, once the gametocytes which is present in the blood cell which get contact with the mosquito used to get injured the blood meal, that means sucking one individual, biting one individual. Then from there it start to take the gametocytes in its um, in the blood, what it has been sucked out. Then gametes are fused from zygote. So which forms the zygote inside the mosquito? That zygote differentiate into ookinete. So from the zygote it change into ookinete. From the ookinete it change into oocyst. From the oocyst, this will form sporozoites, rupture, and sporozoites migrate to salivary glands of mosquitoes. So that is called sporozoites. How the oocytes and porozoites form. Then once again, mosquito used to spread the infection easily. So these are the 3 cycle of infection how this is used to spread. So this is the life cycle of Plasmodium, particularly the malaria. Okay. So over this, the cycle, what we had saw. The next, we can able to see species. Plasmodium vivax. Plasmodium vivax, periodically, the appearance, how it looks like. Periodically, this is tetrane and persistent in liver. Yes, it can able to persist. Then Plasmodium ovale, it looks like this. And this is also tetrane. Yes, this also can able to persist under the liver. Then Plasmodium falciparum, this is also tetrane, but no, it can't able to persistent in liver. Then Plasmodium malaria, this is quartan, and this is also not able to persistent in liver. Okay, so Plasmodium falciparum in the erythrocytes, red blood cells, where how it looks, that is tropocytes, and next they be changed into gametocytes, how they are going to change. So during that time, how it looks like. Over geographical distribution, if you are saying this incident is more common in all over the world, particularly in the developing countries. Protozoan parasites of humans, Plasmodium, some genetic triads increase malarial resistance in endemic areas. Sickle cell triad, sickle shaped cell resistant penetrating by Plasmodium. The next, hemoglobin C, 2 genes of hemoglobin C protect against malaria. So particularly in case of sickle cell and hemoglobin C, where this has been resistant. Then Plasmodium, malaria. Symptoms of malaria depends on cycle of parasites. High fever, joint pain, vomiting, weakness, renal failure, confusion, seizures. Then cerebral malaria result in tissue death in the brain. So where this is the severe form of signs and symptoms. Immunity develops if victim survives acute stage. Then periodic episode become less severe over time. Then treatment, various anti-malarial medications are available. Then types depend on severity of causes. Prevention, avoid getting bitten. Use anti-malarial medication, that is chloroquine, more common prophylaxis treatment. Main prevention is we are not going to, without the advice of the doctor, we are not going to take the anti-malarial drugs. Main prevention is we are going to avoid getting bite by the mosquito. So use the mosquito coil, mosquito repellents, then use the mosquito nets where you can able to easily prevent this one. So protozoan parasites of human are Leishmania causes Leishmaniasis transmitted by sandfly bites. Endemic in part of trophics and subtrophics. Wild and domestic dogs and small rodents are common host. The signs and symptoms: weight loss, low blood count, fever, dark skin, pigmentation, then renal failure, skin ulcer, etc. Treatment medications depend on this. Prevention is of being bitten by this one. The main life cycle are the insects, the parasites enter the concept. Then sand flies, human injection of plasmodium. Then next parasites enter the amitogates phases of human, that is multiply and enters tissues and cells. Then sand flies infected human and aqueous parasites. This is vector how the sandfly is, how it will be present, that is mucocutaneous leishmaniasis. This is not common in our side. Then transoniasis, sleeping sickness. Causes, it is a parasitic disease of human and other animal caused by protozoa. The symptoms are characterized by fever, headache, joint pain, itching. Associated with severe swelling of lymph nodes. Disruption of sleep cycle is a leading symptom of the stage. Treatments are, currently there are few medically related prevention options are present, and these are most commonly available in African countries. Although the risk of infection forms of these by bite is minor. Okay, so this is about protozoal parasitic infection.